Walkersville High School is the site for the Week 5 installment of the high school football game of the week. And on Friday night, the Walkersville Lions will host the Frederick Cadets. Hi everyone, Greg Swatek, and despite these schools being relatively close to each other, this is not a long-time rivalry. The series dates back to 2003, and Frederick has won 4 of the 6 meetings overall. But Walkersville has come back with wins in 2 of the last 3 years, including a 17-14 victory last year at Frederick. But make no mistake, despite the short history that these two teams share, this rivalry is still a pretty big deal.
It's a big game. I mean, we were looking at the playoff picture the other day, and I think we're ranked 6th right now. And they're a 3A school, so if we can get a win, that'll get us a pretty good amount of points. Plus they have a few wins, that'll also get us a good amount of points. And I think a lot of the teams that are ahead of us are playing each other, so that should move us up in the rankings too. So this is very important for getting us up in the playoff picture.
It's going to be a tough game against Walkersville. I think they're either 3-2 or 2-3. They're a tough team, got a good quarterback and good running back. They're very talented offensively and defensively. We've been watching film on them. The cornerbacks look like they're pretty good, and like I said, the quarterback and the running backs are definitely pretty good for them. They're just like they're kind of like Tuscarora and TJR. I mean, they're a rival. They're not really cross town, but they live close, and anytime it's a close team, you want to get a win because so you have bragging rights over that team.
Well, I think you're going to have 2 teams. Walkersville and Frederick are both struggling a little bit early to kind of find their place in the league. Walkersville, for us, poses multiple threats. They have a great run game and a couple good backs. And then, of course, quarterback, Musselman. Defensively, they're always tough. And the coach, Joe Polis, the former head coach at Urbana, is running the defense over there. Ryan Hines is a great coach. And has a great background, and is an awesome offensive line coach. So we got a work cut out for us this week.
Well, for us, it's huge. I mean, it's a chance for us to put 2 wins together. This season, we're sitting at 2-2. We lost game 1, won game 2, lost game 3, won game 4. So we haven't been able to put back-to-back wins together. I mean, that's important for us. It's important playoff-wise. If we want to go anywhere after the season, then this needs to be one of those games that we win. Frederick's going to have a good record at the end of the year. It's a 3A team, so we should get a couple more points for a couple more win points, beating a 3A team than the 1A team with Smithsburg or the 2A at Key.
Both of these teams are looking for their 3rd win of the season. Walkersville beat Francis Scott Key last week 40-0, while Frederick is coming off a 19-7 win over Liberty. For 2 teams with playoff aspirations, a win in this game is pretty important.
We should. I mean, against Winters Mill, I felt like we definitely should have won that game. We played off. We got to start having good practices, and that'll lead to wins in the game. The running backs for our defense have to wrap up their running back because he's a pretty big guy, and then they got another guy that's pretty fast. So I mean, we just got to contain and wrap up on defense. Just good practices throughout the week, and then we got to make sure that we know what we're doing when we come up against them, and be poised on offense and be aggressive on defense.
We had a tough loss against Winters Mill. Came out and played hard against Linganore. Unfortunately, lost that too, but so far it's been going good. We need to string 2 wins together, though. I think we won 1, lost 1, been winning and losing back and forth. So I think we need to string 2 together, and then that'll set us on the right track. We just need to prepare on defense. I think our offense is looking good. Quentin should be back by the game, I'm not sure, but Jose stepped up last game. He can step up again. We just need our defensive secondary needs to step up, have a good week of practice. We got a good D-line. Linebackers are doing all right this week in practice. We just need to shut down the pass, and then we should be all right.
We're going to need to be patient with our offense and let that develop through the game. Try to feel things out and see what, if we can, exploit some things that maybe present themselves. So I think we're going to be patient. I think field position is going to be a big part of the game, and composure. We've done a pretty good job with that, but we got to stay in the game. We got to be in a position where we can make plays.
Stop the big plays. I mean, we can't let their skill guys beat our skill guys. We can't give up a 60-yard touchdown, a 50-yard run like we did in week 1 against Winters Mill. We need to control the ball on offense. We need to, keep their playmakers off the field, use our, our running backs, our offensive line, churn it out and get the long 10, 11, 12 play drives and hopefully eat up some of the clock.
It should be a pretty good game. Both of these teams have some dynamic players on offense and can play some pretty good defense too. Game time here at Walkersville is 7 o'clock on Friday night. And as for next week, we will be at Urbana High School to preview one of the big rivalries in Frederick County between the Urbana Hawks and the Thomas Johnson Patriots. Until then, Greg Swatek with your high school football game of the week.